Welcome to your source for optimism, resilience, and hope. I'm Dr. Terry Paulson, your host for another 5-minute roller coaster ride to understanding how you can claim your own optimism advantage. Optimism is a lot easier when you have a career that is positioned for the future. And that's true for all of us. John Wooden, the record-setting basketball coach from UCLA, shares some advice that rings true for every age. It's what you learn after you know it all that counts. Education is no longer just K through 12, it's now K through 80. When they started Social Security, you received your benefits at 65, but average life expectancy was 58. That's good government planning. You pay for a retirement you'll never live to receive. Now people are living much longer. One of the fastest growing demographics in terms of percentage growth is the 90 to 100 year range. One study found that 3% of those 90 to 100 were still working full-time. 1,200 of those were physicians. Now, I don't know if I would go to a doctor who is 100. We'll start with some bloodletting and then move on to something a bit more modern. Seriously, why do they work? For many, it's because of the vitality work brings to their lives. So what's my point? Optimism is a byproduct of productive living. We're going to be living and working longer. So to remain optimistic, invest some time in refocusing and retooling your skills. Now, if you're living to 100 doesn't seem appealing, try a little reality testing. The age of lifelong employment is over. Your best insurance policy may be to become a lifelong learner. Alvin Toffler said it in Future Shock. The illiterate of the future are not those who cannot read or write. They are those who cannot learn, unlearn, and relearn. The hardest part is the unlearning. You have to let go of what you're good at in order to learn new skills in areas where you have no idea of what you're even doing. That's threatening. But the alternative is worse. Dave Bowman warns, if you're already in the obsolete category, surprise your manager by developing your own recovery program before he or she is forced to do it under much less favorable conditions. Now don't worry. No matter what the evening news reports, the American dream isn't dead. Wealth is still out there. It's just on the move from one sector to another. As my great-uncle used to say, it's easiest to ride a horse in the direction it's going. In short, master skills that let you capitalize on future trends. His second piece of advice was equally blunt. If the horse is dead, get off it. Stop sending around resumes for skills that are no longer needed. Learn new competencies, or lose out to those who will. Always have a plan B, a what I could do next plan. I've added my own horse sense. Since it's hard to know if your horse is dying, have at least 2 horses. In fact, in today's world, have a herd. One young woman was stressed over how long it would take to get the degree she needed to pursue her dream. She complained, if I take it one night course at a time, I'll probably be 45 by the time I finish. I replied optimistically, you'll be 45 anyway. You're either 45 with a degree or you're 45 without it. How long you've been thinking about this? She replied, 3 years. I said with a smile, you could have been 42. Don't wait a day longer. Invest 5% of your time in your next career or in starting your own business. Look for cross-training opportunities. Volunteer for your organization's strategic projects. Turn your interests or gifts into a business startup. If downsizing is imminent or you hate your job, invest 10% of your time. In short, your optimism and security doesn't come from holding on to the past, but in helping to invent the future. By having more than one option, you have choices. By embracing change and learning strategic skills, you become the gold your organization can't afford to lose while still having the option to take advantage of new opportunities. In bad economic times, organizations have to right size and right skill. If you were a corporation, would you invest in you? If not, get busy becoming a recyclable asset. If you lose your job, take heart. Del Jones, reporting in USA Today on people who had turned layoffs into new opportunities, observed, those who lose jobs in recessions can land on their feet and even thrive. They say being jobless can steel and motivate people to work long and hard hours, teach them to be self-reliant and to distrust safety nets, and to spur them into fields they are passionate about. The result, at least in this instance, is success and contentment, financially and otherwise. It's been said you can't teach an old dog new tricks. Well, you become an old dog when you stop doing new tricks. There's another benefit to lifelong learning. You just may find a career path that you enjoy more. Until next time, this is Dr. Terry Paulson with www.terrypaulson.com. Thanks for watching.